Hello everyone, my name is Armin, welcome to my gaming channel. I'll be continuing my Let's Play series of Age of Wonders Planetfall. I'm playing as the Voidtech Dwarf Commander, known as Sascha Orsakov. In the last episode I've been cleaning up a little bit of mess after the war with the player Shin Tiltris. I've also captured the city of, what is it called? Vinixril. And I'll now use it to grab this consmite here. And I believe I will use it as a food sector too. Now, the last thing I did in the last episode was cleaning up this sector here from wildlife and pirates, etc, etc. And I've stopped here at the shroud generator, which is now cleaned up. Excuse me. So now I will move toward the pirate hideout and clean it up. So let's get these guys. Okay, now since the shroud generator is out of the way, my units regain their range capabilities, which is very good. Now let's sprint our way down there, because they are starting to move in on the weaker force. That's not something I want to see. Now they won't be able to attack me this round, so I can safely just sprint my way down here, and I'll slowly start moving up. I believe I will move this way here, from the west. Okay, let's start slowly to move up. Now these huntresses have that flash arrow. This makes using Overwatch very difficult against them. I wonder if it makes sense at all to use it. However, I will do it for now. Let's concentrate our forces here. Read that, didn't see that coming.
Operations ready.
So now, if any of these huntresses shoot that flash arrow and hit with the blind, I won't be able to utilize that Overwatch mine. So one thing which I would love to do is to stop them in their tracks. However, I believe that that is not possible. So let's see here. Also got these troopers, and they are equipped with interlocking armor, so I can stagger them well. The huntresses too, since they have the grounding harness. The assault bike is totally immune to stagger, so I won't be able to utilize stagger much here. Now one thing which I can do is to spread my units out a little bit so that those blinding arrows don't hit that much. And one thing which I could also do is try to abduct one of their units, preferably a huntress. However, if I do that, my unit will be exposed quite a lot here, so I will leave the huntresses be for now. On the other hand, I will move in closer here and try to pull this assault bike. It will make a prime target for me. Try this. Now, let's try to get rid of it. It was a crit, very nice. Let's try again.
Payback.
Crit. One of the more difficult units has been eliminated thanks to this. Now let's move in here behind cover and drop the trench. Now I know that trenches and cover don't stack because trenches work as cover on their own. Just the way I feel it. Like doing so. Maybe a little bit perhaps synchronized. I'm not sure myself. Now, I have two ways of dealing with this one. I suppose that I will rush in there, try to use the concussion on one of the huntresses. This is 100%. It's guaranteed that to hit. Let's drop it. Let's start focusing on these troops slowly. Let's drop another trench here. That was a graze, unfortunately. Let's see now. Can get quite far enough with that tunnel. So I will keep the hero with the sapper a little bit in the back. However, I will move up these trenchers a little bit closer. Keep the foreman in the back. Let's see what they do now. I suppose I thought that they would move in and drop a grenade, but they didn't do that. Decided to focus on this trencher here. They also decided not to use the flash arrows, not sure why. However, that makes a great opportunity for me to just move in close. Okay, I got a pretty nice shot here. One, because I'm fortified here. Two, I have 2 times unit ranks, which lose my accuracy quite hefty. So let's drop it on them.
Enemy annihilated.
I need to do something about this trooper here because he will be heavily annoying. Feel like this trencher here is at a risk. I will just pull back with the phase manipulator and evacuate him from there. So heal him up. Now I'll put the trench here. Now I don't have a good shot here, however I can use the concussion. Let's utilize that. Now, this foreman, on the other hand, will prove very useful in getting rid of that cover. It's a fortified obstacle, so I won't be able to destroy it with one shot. However, I can use this sapper here, the hero in the vehicle, to get rid of it, that cover here. I will use that. So let's move in closer. Entrench. I could use a shot here, but I'll focus on the Hunters first.
Enemy eliminated.
Now this one's all alone, so he won't be able to do much. Plus he's out of defense mode. So let's drop an assault tunnel here. And that's quite probable. That will kill him for sure.
Our forces are victorious.
And out. Got a little soft spike out of that. Let's take it. Now, we also have here some Paragon barracks and resonance halls. This is a prime place for some research. Plus, I will get some extra energy and production out of it. Let's take a closer look here. Now, in fact, I have 2 bulwarks here, 2 trenchers, and a sapper. I will swap out my units a little bit. Let's see which one will I take. I'll leave this one out because it's weaker. And I'll take the phase manipulator with me into this battle. Let's see here now. Okay, let's move it. Now this is a low risk battle. However, there is a tier 3 unit, this Firebrand. It's stagger resistant, but we can get around that. So let's just move in. Now, these resonance halls. One thing that I've noticed about that is these obstacles, these resonance pillars. The last time I played Planetfall and had a fight here, I got the feeling that this caused a sort of a chain reaction, which caused these resonance pillars to detonate one after the other. I need to be careful, however I could utilize that to my advantage with my explosive weapons, potentially with a vortex charge or some other AoE operation. So let's just steer clear of them as much as possible and try to use them to my advantage. Okay, this Firebrand. It's a short range unit. It doesn't have any range abilities. Any abilities of range 7 or higher. However, these guys have dead eyes, and they, on the other hand, have such abilities. So I need to take care. Since my trenchers are much heavily armored, I will move them up first. Potentially, I'm thinking about trying to move from the flank. That might be a good idea. Got also some more cover here. So let's start moving on the left flank here. And turn and see how they react to this.
Operations ready.
Okay, they used Hollow Man here. What does that do? Because I'm not sure now. Heal target friendly units for 15. Has a negative status effects, remove them, gain 50% evasion. Okay. And this is a once per battle ability, so it's, in my opinion, just wasted there. Because I'm more interested in going after this infiltrator right now. So let's move in closer. These rocks don't count as cover, it looks like. Let's take it slower. Sonar frequency is a 7 ring. However, there is no line of sight here. So even though I don't have cover, they don't have line of sight here. Good. Let's move a little closer. Okay, I believe that here they come. Yeah. Quite heavy damage here. Let's drop the breach protection protocol. Now, this is a good moment to utilize the time anomaly. Plus now, I can also utilize this resonance pillar to my advantage. So let's drop a grenade here. Here, there, and the other. Yeah, so detonating one of these resonance pillars causes all of them to explode, looks like. And now they are turned into a 100 hit point obstacle. So now they got revered because of that. Which actually doesn't do me much because I would need the ability here in order to utilize it in full. However, now I have a good shot at them. Let's move in closer and drop a trench here and start focusing them down one by one. Almost. Let's see, I can use a concussion volley here. And I believe that this is a good idea. Try to eliminate this one. Okay, holo shifted back. Never mind. As soon as it's out of action now. Okay. Try to focus these guys down, further down. Let's see here. These guys are not in cover, so they're right out in the open. I could impact these guys by using the advanced munitions provision. Let's utilize that. Because this will be useful somewhat.
Enemy down.
Okay, looks like these pillars have looks like it works multiple times. However, it did not suffer from reverb. I'll try to cause some bleeding here. Resisted. Let's use an assault tunnel. Now, it is a little bit risky because the moment something hits this tower, it will cause a reverb.
Enemy annihilated.
Okay, now this one. This is the weakest of the lot. Let's end turn again. Okay, looks like they are focusing down my foreman.
Enemy destroyed.
Electrified kicked in there, killing these guys outright. This is a heavy unit, it's resistant, however my foreman with that munitions provision causes massive impact, so I can utilize that to stagger in. And I need to be careful not to hit the pillar if I don't want to cause a reverb. Now let's focus this one down. Okay, he's bleeding, so he's much more susceptible to kinetic damage.
Victory.
And they're done. Now this one's done. Next up will be the Paragon Barracks. Could potentially send the rest of these units down this way. However, I don't like such a battle. The forces are quite even out, so I am quite probable to get some losses, and I want to avoid them as much as possible. So now, these units are still healing up. However, I can move this army up to the north and clear up this geothermal instability here, because I want to utilize this sector in the long run. So let's get rid of it there. These guys will wait here, so I will leave them on guard duty for now. Okay, got this one here. Let's see. Now, since this will be a energy sector, that's one thing that I'm sure of. So I will specialize this one in a energy way. So I will drop the central reactor core here as my basic structure. Now here, I already have access to the third specialization for the food sector, so since I am already at max growth, at max sectors I mean, I will switch this bioengineered food plantation up for the community wellness center. This will help out my research a lot more. So let's do it that way. And let's end turn now. Now I got a proposal from Safatory here. No, not interested right now. That's a demand from the autonoms. Let's accept it. got access to blockade district here. I want to use, as I said earlier, I want to use this colony as a research base. So let's use that. Wait, I made a mistake here. Is it not? No, not here. I decided to remove it from here. Okay, never mind.
Operations primed
Now
and
I
ready.
have a little bit bigger stock of energy here, so I will start to prime a bunch of operations for me. Let's start with the offensive ones, but let's say with vocalized void rift here. The other one will be the land torpedo. I usually tend to prime my operations beforehand. This way I can stack them up against, let's say, one target, or have them prepared in case of an emergency. This is especially useful when I'm in war, or I expect a war and I'm in a defensive position. This way I can just drop some protective operations on my cities where needed and when needed.
Production ready.
Okay. Okay. Let's utilize that tiny bit of industry from the worker district 5 to my advantage. It's not much, but it's always something, and when I'm finally done with that one, I will remove it.
Happiness event in colony.
Now Sascha, my other energy sector here. Oh wait, I forgot. I decided to do it a little bit differently last time. Now, the way I wanted to do is to give Sovnikev this landmark, and on the other hand, Phoenix will take the reality anchor. It's much more powerful, will generate a lot more energy for me.
Production ready.
And here, I wanted to make out of this a research sector, and that's my mistake here. I'll switch it up later. For now, I'm more interested in quickly expanding this colony.
Happiness event in colony.
Okay. Okay, let's move these workers, these colonists, into production and food to basics of expanding a colony and upgrading it.
Happiness event in colony. Sector annexed.
Okay. Now I could move at once into these barracks. However, I will wait up a little bit, let them heal their wounds out, since every hit point counts here. One hit point might be the difference between life and death in this game. Let's chase these guys down, and since we are in a quite heavy advantage, I'll do auto combat here. Get a bit more research. This will speed up the adaptive exploitation here. And now let's also send this army that way, because I will want to also clean up this terraforming outpost. I could use a little bit more help there. Plus the fact that in this army we've got a tank. Okay. Now here I also have this heavy weapons factory. And when we get it, we get granted extra production. So let's just mop it up. Let's see here. Bunch of purifiers, an assault bike, a trooper with hazmat protection, and a bunch of plasmoids. Okay, I suppose this one is doable. Let's move in there. And while I'm talking, this is surely doable. I'm just wondering whether or not I will suffer casualties here. That's my main concern when deciding about battles. Because I'm more on the preserving side when it comes to battles. Okay, now. Now they got these purifiers here. While their weapons are quite long range there. Let's see. Now, I want to be careful about these barrels, because they might be quite dangerous, especially since these plasma bombs are AoE attacks, so they could damage and potentially destroy them. So I want to avoid them here. Could either move in the right or the left side. And I suppose, considering the fact that they have these two long-range units on the right flank, I will move to the left for now. Let's see how close do I want to go. Let's keep the units a little bit spread. It's the ground ones, so the AoE don't hit them as hard. Okay, let's see what they do. Looks like they launched a plasma bomb in this unit there.
Operations
Now
available.
here they are in a perfect position for some sort of operation or an AoE attack, so since they use their plasma bombs, they can use them for another 3 turns, so however there is still this trooper here who can use a grenade, so I need to be careful about that one. Now let's move around the fire here and try to hit them. Now this is more like it. You also cause a bit of backlash among them, but it won't do much damage because Promethean units by nature are thermal resistant. Let's see here. Okay, let's drop a shredder bomb here. This will cause one of the units to suffer bleeding. Even though that I think of it, a vortex charge might be much more useful. Since it will cause dimensional instability and does make them more susceptible to kinetic damage. Thanks to that, I can easily use this one. That was an unlucky graze there. So now let's use this one. I'll also use the nitro battery here to get rid of the effect of burning. Boost them. I'll drop another bomb here.
Enemy annihilated.
And now I'm in a good position here to just move in and ram this one.
Enemy down.
Okay. Now, let's push this Echo Walker closer. Let's drop a Quantum Echo here. Just simply whack it. Now I could move in with this Ramjet and whack this Assault Bike, but I won't have much use of it right now. So I will wait up with that and see what it does. One unit won't do much good to me. And I still got these Ramjet rockets which I can use to eliminate the cover from around the bike. I'll just move in a little bit closer here. Let's see what they do. Concentrating their fire here quite heavily. I got burning ground here. That's a bit problematic for me. Now on the other hand, I can start whacking this purifier from both sides with the Echo Walkers here. I'll send in one Ramjet this way.
Enemy down.
I'll start ramming it right from the other side now. Let's move this one this way.
Enemy
So
down.
that I got a much better positioning and the enemy won't be able to flank me there for now. Drop the reinforcement kit here, but I'm much more interested in using it there. In order to heal up the hero. Okay, let's move this tank up a little closer. See, it's much in a much better state. And next turn it will be capable of using that cannon again. Now let's see what do they do.
Unit lost.
There was a grenade. I could go for the reinforcement kit, but I'll do the nitro battery for now. Burning in the immolation. And this hero already has self-repair systems from the autonoms, so it will just prove quite enough useful for them.
Victory!
And they're done. Got a bunch of units here. Imperial buggy and a hero unit, great. Let's take them. Now these buggies, well, I could give them those mining lasers from the autonoms, but I'm not interested in doing that right now. Now I will leave this hero a bit, let them heal up. Okay. Still got this quest going on. Let's wait here. Our turn I believe will be enough to heal up. Okay, now here I wanted to use the community wellness center, so let's do it that way. This will boost my research indirectly by making the happiness events much more possible and maximizing them. This way I played it and see it, it just causes massive research boosts thanks to that. Okay, and that's all for the turn. And also I will end the episode here since we are already over 40 minutes. So thank you guys for watching, I hope you liked it. Please like, subscribe and comment my videos, let me know how you feel about them. And I hope I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you around.